Do less, achieve more. This has probably been the most important concept in my success. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to apply this to your life so that you can start turning down the volume and the pressure on everything you have to do and simplify so that the things you do actually have the biggest impact. I've built 2 six-figure businesses. I earned roughly $2 million as a motion graphics artist in Hollywood making movie trailers. And I earned $1 million roughly as a director making commercials. I've also helped hundreds of people change their life circumstances, find work that they love to do, and let their brilliance shine. So how is this possible? How can we actually do less and get better results, get more done, especially in this world where it's so much about doing more and doing more and doing more? Let me tell you where I first learned this concept. I used to play a lot of tennis, and I was good, but I lost more than I should. In other words, I didn't win matches that I should have won. I didn't beat people who I was better than. I lost to them. And it was partly because I was trying to do too much. In other words, I wasn't doing less and achieving more. I was doing more and I was achieving less. And so what I came to understand was that I was subconsciously sabotaging myself. And most of it was down to the pressure of feeling like I had to do something amazing in order to win. I had to do something special. And this is a trap a lot of us fall into. So what happened is I realized that based on the physics of tennis, what I needed to do was I needed to get the ball over the net and in the court, and that was all I needed to do. And a lot of points I was losing because I was hitting the ball into the net. I was hitting the ball out. So I made this decision to stop beating myself. And what happened from there is I started to win a lot more because I was playing against other people and they were beating themselves. And all I needed to do was do what I could do and give them the opportunity to miss and beat themselves and put all that pressure on themselves. So that's where I first learned this concept. And I went on to win 40 plus tennis tournaments, right? I became really good because I was not going to beat myself. I was going to show up and I was going to put that ball on the court and force you to have to do something special in order to beat me. Right. And so that's where it began. And then the next place where it really showed up in my life was I was working on becoming a filmmaker. And I didn't have the money to go out and make films per se, but I knew that I could sit down and write. And so this concept showed up where it's like, just write a single screenplay page a day. It was like, okay. So I did that. And what I noticed is a lot of times I would sit down and I would write one page, but I would get into the flow and I would end up writing 2 or 3 pages. That was my average, like 2 or 3 pages. So this very simple thing of what can I do? Well, I can show up and I can write every day and I can do 1 screenplay page, which resulted really in 3. And what I noticed is at the end of 30 days, I had over 90 screenplay pages. That's the length of a script. And so by reducing my expectation on myself, instead of saying, you got to sit down, you got to write a whole script, that was hard. But by breaking it down into these bite-sized pieces, I learned how to show up. And, what came out of that was I sat down and I wrote like this every day for 10 years and I got better at writing and I got more in the flow and I learned a lot of things as a result of this very simple commitment, something very doable. It took roughly 5 minutes to write a screenplay page. And at the end of 10 years, I was hired to write a screenplay. And so I became a professional screenplay writer as a result of these very simple actions. And so I carry this into everything I do. And I teach this in my community. I have a community called Unblock Your Brilliance, where we teach people how to tap into their deepest inner wisdom and bring out everything that's good in them and use it in the world and develop their skills and abilities so that they can do their dream job, so that they can express their purpose in life. And I start them on these ideas and I begin to teach them how not to defeat themselves. I teach them how to sort of wake up and pray and meditate and tap into their deep inner wisdom. And so when we're showing people how to meditate, one of the common things is they say, okay, I want to meditate. I want to meditate for 10 minutes. Okay. And so I say, what's your plan? And they say, well, I'm just going to meditate for 10 minutes every day. And I say, no, no, no. What's going to happen is you're going to meditate for 10 minutes a day for 3 days, and then you're going to stop and you're never going to do it again. But if you meditate for 1 minute a day, then that is something that will build. And if you keep doing it, the consistency of that and the momentum of that will carry itself, and you'll start to meditate longer because it'll feel good to meditate longer. And so this principle, right? So understand and see the underlying principles here. One is you start with an amount that you can do, right? Arthur Ashe, famous tennis player, first black winner of Wimbledon, right? Amazing guy. And he said, start where you are, use what you have, do what you can do. It's the same principle here. It's like, don't do what you can't do, what you can't show up for. You need to break it down into the smallest bite-sized piece that you can do. And over time, if you show up for that small bite-sized piece, you will actually start achieving more and more and more. And you will stop defeating yourself, because the way that you defeat yourself is you listen to that part of your mind that says, no, 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 you need to do more. You need to do 10 minutes. You need to do 15 minutes, 20 minutes. And you get overwhelmed and you stop, right? So the simple, clear idea of you do less, you do this small amount, it adds up over time and you end up achieving more. Because when I sat down to like write a screenplay, I got nowhere. But when I said I can write a page a day, then I got somewhere. And so one of the places you can really see this at work is in working out and getting stronger. Most people are overtraining and trying to do too much. And so I'm going to put a link in the description below for a guy who really has a handle on how to train in such a way where you really can do less. He's sort of epitomizing everything that I'm talking about. His name is Jack H. Woods. He's made some incredible videos, and I recommend that you check him out. And I'm going to put one down there, and I want you to look at it because he is demonstrating exactly what we're talking about. He's set up a system where he's working out for under 40 minutes a week and getting incredible results, right? Because you do a bit of focused action, and then you allow yourself to recover. Most people burn them. I mean, we all know this. Most people set up an exercise regimen, they do it for a little while, and then they stop because they can't keep it up because they're trying to do too much. So when you start to embrace this concept, it will radically change your life. So now I play pickleball, and in pickleball, I've become one of the best players in my club, if not the best player, in 2 short years, because I've really learned to apply all of this. And I've learned to show up, and I've learned to sort of drill and really practice this idea of just being simple, just doing what I can. And again, the results are fantastic. And this is what I see again and again, and not just for myself, but for the people that I work with. So come check out my community, Unblock Your Brilliance. The links are in the description below. Check them out and come and see not just this idea, but all the other ideas that are there about your intuition and how tapping into that is going to change the course of your life, and how it's going to help you find your purpose, and how those things are going to help lead you into knowing what to do with your life and where to go, and then how to put that out into the world so that other people hear about it and hear about you and want to work with you. Right? These are the things that we do there. So look in the links below. And while you're down there, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.